of NGCDF resources, resources that are pro-people. And Madam Speaker, it is important for members to know, when you bring supplementary to appropriation, all your pending roads should have been on this supplementary, so that if the Honorable Soro has roads in South Migurango, if I have roads, we should have prioritized this 5 billion to go to these pending projects. But we are taking them for recurrent expenditure. I have a big issue with that. While the chair of the committee is very efficient in facilitating the executive, be efficient in facilitating stall projects in the Nyanza region, in the Coast region. Don't be very fast to facilitate other operations. And you have 1.5 billion for other operations in the Office of Interior Security, in Office of Internal Security and National Administration. Madam Speaker, it is important for you to know that some of the pending issues in this Bunge, some of the things of the project that we have wished to do, they have not been factored in. These 2 weeks, of course, you know very well, even some of you have problem with your own offices. You had requested for resources and they have not been catered in. Allow me to also say that it is important for the projects that we talked about while we were beginning these sessions, and they have already been procured, and what has told them is resources. So when you put in 6 billion to recurrent expenditure, it's a shame on you, honorable members. And the Honorable Soro, you want to come here and say yes, yes, yes. You even don't want us to debate this, you want us to go to the vote. I want to thank you, Madam Speaker, for according me this opportunity. I do not need to belabor that the priorities of the Kenya Kwanza administration are lost. Recurrent administration is not what you should prioritize. Some of you that are complaining here, like the member for Nandi Hills, your roads are dire. They are in bad shape. You should be talking about your roads, not recurrent expenditure. The Honorable Soro, you have problems with roads in your constituency. With those many remarks, this is the worst supplementary 2 we have ever had. It is so unconstitutional. 2 weeks, how are they going to spend 6.5 billion in other expenses? It is not even possible. This is budgeted corruption. This is what we are saying no to. With those many remarks, you can have your cake, take your budget with your president, go and do what you so wish. But Kenyans are watching you.
Very well. Member for Baringo North.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Madam Speaker, before I deal with Honorable and the issues raised, Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker, I rise to support.
Please don't deal with honorable members. Deal with the bill.
Madam Speaker, I rise to support this last supplementary of 2025-2026 financial year. Madam Speaker, the intention of this supplementary is to finance programs that might not have been captured or resources have been allocated in the main budget and subsequent supplementaries. It does not mean that other programs that have been budgeted, procured for, are not being funded, Madam Speaker. It means programs that were not captured, for example, even in Kajiado North, where Honorable Ngogoyo comes from, there are teachers who marked the examination. There are invigilators who did work, and they have not been paid. Madam Speaker, does it mean that the honorable member from Kajiado, where teachers marked the examination and invigilated, does not want them to be paid? Madam Speaker, these are Kenyans that have already worked for, and they need to be supported so that they can be able to carry out the next invigilation and examination of this year, Madam Speaker. Secondly, Madam Speaker, we as a country have a privilege to host the African Cup of Nations here in Kenya. If we don't work on our stadium, including the Talanta Stadium, we lose, Madam Speaker. How do we restore confidence of other African countries to come to our country so that they can be able to participate in sports? Madam Speaker, does it mean these members who oppose this supplementary budget do not want this country to host the African Cup of Nations? Madam Speaker, let us differentiate between politics and propaganda and deal with issues that affect our people and remain patriotic. Even if you are in opposition, there is need for you to become patriotic in your country. When good things are supposed to be done in your country, Madam Speaker, you need to become a patriot, not play politics of hate, politics of propaganda all the time when issues are being raised in our country that require support of all of us, Madam Speaker. So, Madam Speaker, the programs, Madam Speaker, including the 1 billion for State House, Madam Speaker, and many other resources. Madam Speaker, you've seen the development that has gone place. There are Kenyans who have supplied goods and services. They need to be paid, Madam Speaker. Yeah. I will accept the point
You want
of
to be
information.
informed by Honorable Osoro.
Yeah.
Honorable Osoro.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I wanted to inform the Honorable Makelab, especially on the question of State House and the presidency budget in general, even as we talk about the supplementary 2 appropriation. You know, one thing, and I think Honorable Ngogoyo should listen very keenly, that when we talk about presidency budget, stop looking at it from a limited or a pipeline or a straight line that it is William Ruto. Presidency is, you know, this particular house passed that all the former presidents and the presidents that have served in this country should be remunerated even as they retire. They have their pension that the presidency takes care of. The State House budget takes care of the budget of the former president Uhuru Kenyatta. The presidency takes care of the State House budget takes care of the former presidents, all the former presidents' family. It is not a preserve of one particular. That is the truth. That is the truth. It is a collective thing of the presidency. I know you have no idea, of course, but you need to be informed as such. So when you look at the appropriation.
Honorable Osoro, do not debate. You are to inform Honorable Makilap, not to debate. Take your seat, Honorable Osoro.
Madam Speaker,
Honorable members, I will give all of you a chance to speak. Honorable Makilap.
Madam Speaker,
Honorable Makilap,
there is no point
there is no one on the feet who has said anything.
Madam Speaker.
Honorable Makilap, finish your submission.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm winding up. Madam Speaker, what I was raising, Madam Speaker, is that programs of government and offices, including that of the Deputy President, Madam Speaker, if there are programs and development projects that have been done in those offices, the people who supply goods and services in this country requires to be paid, Madam Speaker. This money is going to good use, Madam Speaker, to bridge the gap for those things that are necessary for the development of our country, Madam Speaker. Let members not see when there is an allocation for State House, believe that the money will go to one President William Ruto. No, this State House will belong to generations. Even my good friend here will one day become president and will be able to use that house and will have a very good place. Even my good friend here could be another president. Even my good friend Clive, you can become president and you will want to live in a very good place. So, Madam Speaker, I rise to support this last supplementary budget, Madam Speaker. Let us approve it. Let us move on with it.
Honorable Gisairo, what is out of order?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. You know, Honorable Makilapa said, I want to be a future president. There is nothing.
Is that out of order?
That is out of order. He's naming.
For Honorable Makilap to say you'll be a future president, is that out of order?
I have not said that intention. My future president is Honorable Matiani. So let us be very specific. And secondly, Honorable Speaker.
Order.
Honorable Speaker.
Order, members.
Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Gisairo.
Osoro cannot be
Honorable Gisairo.
and say
Honorable Gisairo. Honorable Osoro is not on his feet. You rose on a point of order to say that Honorable Makilap should not say you'll be the president. That is not out of order. Honorable Makilap, kindly wind up.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I was saying, Madam Speaker, and this is for posterity, that each one of us, if you find favor from God, one time you will also become a president in this country. And I mentioned it. And let us also appreciate that God will reward each one of you in many ways. And one of us inside here will become a president and will be able to use State House. That is properly done, Madam Speaker. So, Madam Speaker, let us approve this supplementary budget to meet expenditure for those programs that are so critical to the people of Kenya at this particular moment, and call upon all of us. Let us become patriotic for our country. This is Kenya. This country belongs to all of us, regardless of where you come from.
Member for Funyula. Not on this. Member for Kajiado West. If you want to speak on this, because honorable members have logged in, indicate in the intervention. Honorable Emase, use the intervention because so many of you are listed and are not intending to speak on this. Honorable Emase.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity to contribute to this bill. And this is a very important bill, supplementary appropriations to bill of 2026. Honorable Speaker, this bill is important in the sense that it gives power and authority to National Treasury to be able to draw funds from the consolidated fund to finance the various programs as specified in the votes and the programs of the ministry. And yesterday, Honorable Speaker, I didn't get an opportunity to contribute, but while listening, I think we were advised that it's important that we read. And then I want to educate the honorable member for Kajiado, Honorable Goyo, who was speaking and referring to this budget, not to this supplementary appropriation, not to be addressing issues touching on the people, the pro people. And Honorable Speaker, when I look at this appropriations bill, there is an allocation of 2.3 billion